Sam, it's you, Sam Keller, right? I don't really recognize you with your beautiful hat.
Yeah.
So tell me, my feeling about this exhibition is that it's a revolution, but you say it's not a revolution. I would like you to explain where it comes from.
I think for us it's more evolution. Revolutions are normally not planned and they're against the will of people here. It's invited. The artists are invited to transform their works, the format of exhibition, the institution, and also the way the visitor are experiencing it.
But well, how did it begin? How to have this crazy idea?
Well, when there was the 25th anniversary of the institution, we saw when you're 25, you're much too young to only talk about the past. What could we do, basically to embrace the future, and so maybe something that's a catalyst for the future, and also as an act of gratefulness to the artist, because without the artist all of this wouldn't exist. So I invited Philippe Arnaud and François Chopris and Nina Mekwa and Isabella Mora and Precious Okoyemo, Tino Segal, and we discussed it. And we had a longing for an adventure, for an experience that is not every day, for maybe an experiment. And so we first went into the past and thinking, what were these moments where this magic was happening? And we thought of Tempo del Postino, Postman Time.
That's for sure. Extraordinary. Philippe Arnaud.
Philippe and Hans-Ole Chopres created, and that with Manchester we brought to Basel, also with the Fondation Beyeler and our Basel and the theater in Basel. That was one of these magic moments. Another one was in Arles, when Luma Foundation produced To the Moon via the Beach, and I remember us all being there and seeing works appearing, disappearing, and they had just a different feeling. But these projects, they were only for a couple of days, and we were wondering, how is it possible to do in a museum an exhibition over a longer period? And so I think we then kind of had an organic process where we kept inviting other artists, and the artists suggested other artists, and then also to invite philosophers, invite an architect, invite scientists, and so it just kind of organically grew, become bigger, and then we then said, let's involve artists in all stages of the process of developing and realizing the exhibition. So not only, about the work, but also who is invited, the concept, the display, and put the museum, its architecture, its surrounding, also the auxiliary spaces, its staff, its collection, as a resource available for the artists to use for that. Trying to enable a higher degree of artistic freedom, but also a higher degree of artistic responsibility, and also
what is artistic responsibility?
Well, that the artists take responsibility not only about their own work, but also about, for example, a concept of an exhibition, who are the other artists, where and how the work is presented, but also about how we communicate with the public, for example. So all those things, just you could say naturally, organically grew, it's has been a great adventure. And it's the nice thing about this exhibition, it's not the same in the beginning, it's not over, let's say, for us. So it's continuous
constant.
During the exhibition to evolve and change, and there's works that will come later, and there's things that will appear and disappear, and
the biggest surprise is new hanging by Tino Segal. Huh? It's extraordinary.
Yeah.
That's crazy, no?
Yeah.
Has it been done before? This is a revolution, I'm sorry. No one killed, but it's a revolution.
Well, we have, Tino Segal had done an exhibition at Fondation Beyeler and then many other places. We saw when he was doing his exhibition here, he used to work from the collection, and he was great at inventing extraordinary displays, which both in the content but also formally like change your views on the world. So this is one of the reasons why we invited and involved Tino in it, and he's done brilliant. But one of the things we also wanted in this exhibition is connections, entanglement, that not every artist, I have my work in my room and I don't care about what the other one. So many artists were helping each other in each other. Let's say Pierre Wig was speaking about Tino with his work, or Wade Guyton about how to choreograph the change of the painting, or Federico Campagna made a concept for a library, and then we invited Frida Escobedo, the architect, to work with the philosophers on how to build this library, to develop it, or Fujiko Nakaya, who does these marvelous fox sculptures. Then she does 3 fox sculptures, and one of them is here, making the museum appear and disappear periodically. And Philippe went to see her in Japan, Philippe Parano, and then invited her to connect it to his tower. Or Precious Okoyeman invited Fujiko Nakaya then to connect it into
and it works. I thought it was Precious idea.
Yeah.
And can you say just one word about Philippe Tower?
I love it. Already 3 words.
Wow. No, okay. Several sentences.
I think you should speak, as Philippe is here, you should speak to him about it.
No, but just your feeling about this tower.
One of the things I'm very impressed with it is how this, you could say, sculpture is connecting to its environment. So normally you create a sculpture and then maybe find a good place where it looks good, whatever. But this sculpture is so intelligent, one could say, and sensitive, that it measures all these invisible forces. Many of them are sensors, and then actually it is the wind, the temperature, the planes, the birds, the frogs, the humidity, the magnetic fields, whatever that influence its movement, but also the development of this non-human language. And it was very moving to come here and see that it never repeats, and that it picks up from the birds, from the tramway that passes, from the people that come here. So I've never seen an artwork that connects stronger to its environment, to so many things visible and invisible.
Merci, monsieur.